Hi everyone, it's Dan here from TommusRhodus Support. In this video I'm just going to take you through using the boxed content block within Stack for WordPress. Now we're looking at the scrims and overlays page as an example, and what we're looking at in this video today is what you can see here, which is essentially just a nice boxed layer which you can have various things in. You can put any content in you wish. They're very customizable and very flexible. If we just take a look at the back end of the page, you can see this is how it's all made up in Visual Composer. This won't make a lot of sense just looking at it, so we're going to actually go ahead and create our own so you can see how it all goes together. So let me start by adding a new section to the page. And I'll split this into a couple of columns. And here I'm going to drop in the boxed content block we're looking at. Now, as you can see, we've got a few options. We've got padding, which we'll all go through what that means, but basically if you want to have a lot of space around the content, you can change the padding here. Here you can choose whether or not to have a static colour background from one of the colours you've chosen in the theme options, or you can even set it as image background and supply your own, which is what we're going to do. Here you can choose to have a shadow or not. In this instance I will pop this on. Now here things get a little bit interesting. Now you can set the image to have an overlay. So if you look back at the example, you can see here you've got an image with like a dark layer above it. Or you can set it to have what's called a scrim, which is where you can apply colour to the top or bottom of an image only. So the way this works, I'll set up an example where we'll just use an overlay, and if I clone this, well, if I just pop a bit of text in so you've actually got something to look at, I'll clone this boxed content area we've got here, move over to this column, and just for a bit of contrast, I won't set the overlay, I will set a nice top scrim instead. And we'll turn the shadow off as well, just so you can see what the difference would be. Okay, so we've refreshed the page. Just wait for it to load. And here we go. At the bottom here you can see the example. In fact, I'm just going to go in and add a bit more content so you can see a bit more. Before I make any changes, let's just take a look. Okay, so you can see there we've got the nice image background as we've set it to, and here the overlay is just going under the bottom, top half of the image, not the bottom. So obviously that would be ideal if you're using like a light image, for instance, and you wanted the text to be very readable. But if we go a bit deeper into the settings, if I switch this to be just a primary background, and I'm going to change it to large padding. And there you go, you can see the difference there. There's a bit more space around the content, and we've obviously got a nice background, dark background colour there. Now if it wasn't already apparent, these are very, very flexible blocks. You can add pretty much any content you want in there. Although I'm using text in this example, you are free to pop in any of the blocks that are provided. A few of them you may find wouldn't be suitable to kind of pack them into something that tight, but it's up to you to experiment really. We've given you all the tools that you could want. Okay, so that's the block content in Stack for WordPress. I hope this video has been useful. If you do have any more questions, do come see me over at support. Thanks for watching.